There's a season of life, seasons of life that we will go through, and you'll know you're in the adolescent stage where life just feels weighty, where it feels like you're just pushing against resistance constantly. And can I tell you, this is the season where most people wave the white flag, where most people jump ship and say this is too hard in their ministry, in their church building, in their business building, in their marriages, in their raising of those children. This is where most people just jump ship because it's too weighty here. But don't quit now. This is when the muscle that is in you is getting ready to take shape on the outside of you. I'm talking about where you look in the mirror and you don't even recognize the person looking back at you anymore, because this person used to react and respond like that, but now you don't react that way anymore. Now you look at yourself and you can't believe, with everything you're going through, that you still have a joy that is a deep well on the inside of you that is stabilizing you through hard times. You've seen it happen in the life of someone you know, where you know that friend of yours is going through some real tough stuff, and yet there's a peace that really does pass their understanding. It is beyond what seems reasonable because of what it is that they are facing. All of a sudden, the strength that is in them is taking shape on the outside of them. Don't short circuit this season. If you are in a weighty season and you've asked the Lord to remove the weight, and in his sovereignty and in his providence, he has chosen not to do that, that's because he's trying to make sure you got some muscle on your spiritual bones. That's because he's trying to make sure you're fortified. That's because after you have a firm foundation, you're gonna need a scaffolding in your house that can withstand 110 mile per hour winds. You're gonna need some strength for that. Y'all, we're gonna have to have some strength to stand steady in our current climate, our current culture, the pressure that we have to cave in our moral perspective. You're gonna need some strength, young person, to be the only person on your high school campus or your university campus that stands for righteousness in the midst of a dark culture. You're gonna need some strength for that. You and I are gonna need the capacity more now than ever before to be okay with sticking out like a sore thumb, with being the only one in our peer group that has decided that as for me and my house, we're gonna serve the Lord, that we're gonna stand steady, that political correctness is not our goal, that if we have to stand alone, we're willing to do it for his name's sake. You're gonna need some strength for that.